Dear being of light, today I, your angel, come to speak to your heart. Have you taken a moment to reflect on how much you can achieve and progress in this life, even with all the confusion around you? There was a time when you couldn't understand the behavior of those around you, what they said, and it left you feeling disoriented. These experiences confused you, and you tried to understand what these people truly wanted. You ended up trapped in a cycle that God did not plan for you. But now, everything has changed. People who once knew you well can no longer recognize who you have become. They were used to your effort to always understand them, but you have changed. Now, you have realized that you no longer need to seek their approval. This change has made it difficult for them to grasp your true intentions. This transformation is like a river that navigates through difficult terrain but eventually finds its way, clear and pure, to the sea. In the same way, you have found your true purpose, away from the confusions that once hindered you. Everything has its time, and there is a right moment for everything under the heavens. This verse speaks deeply about this new phase of your life. What was once confusing is now part of a greater plan, a path protected and guided, not by what others see, but by the peace that comes from following your heart. Type in these comments, "Today I choose to follow my heart." God's true protection is not a shield that prevents others from reaching us, but a peace that guards us from internal and external storms. Even in the face of the unknown, God challenges us to maintain calm and trust. While those who thought they knew you well struggled to understand your changes, you move forward confidently, knowing you are on the right path. Each of us has our own pace, facing challenges that shape our destiny. We are here to move forward together. Psalm 91 is a powerful source of comfort for those who fully trust in God. It reveals that God is our refuge, a fortress, and a constant help in times of trouble. This psalm promises that those who take shelter in the shadow of the Almighty will be protected from dangers and fears lurking in the darkness. It assures that even amidst great life challenges, such as illness or natural disasters, those who remain faithful to God will be preserved by divine protection. If you believe, type in these comments, "I believe." This protection is symbolized as a shield, a barrier against adversities. Biblical examples, such as Moses being guided and guarded by God in the desert, Elijah being sustained by ravens during a severe drought, and Paul experiencing God's protective hand during his many travels, demonstrate that God cares for both physical and spiritual safety. Psalm 91 also reminds us that, although we may face difficulties, God gives us strength to overcome them. He does not promise a life free of challenges, but assures that we will be safe under His protection. The story of Peter, for example, shows that even when we face the consequences of our actions or the world's adversities, God is by our side to rescue us when we call on Him. Over time, God has sent us angels, performed miracles, and used His word to guide us. God's protection extends beyond physical safety. It also strengthens our faith and offers inner peace. You, chosen and sealed for eternal glory, remember that regardless of the world's challenges, your ultimate safety is assured. Like a tree planted by streams of water, you are rooted in fertile soil, unafraid of heat or drought, confident that God will fulfill His purpose in your life. Those around you may not understand whether you are well or unwell. They cannot perceive your emotional state. You may feel anger, but still show love and happiness. Instead of reacting with negativity and hurting others because of your feelings, you choose a different response. This confuses people because, despite the difficulties, you continue to radiate love, light, peace, and joy. Type in these comments, "I choose to be love." Many around you are so accustomed to emotional games that they now think you are playing too. But the truth is, you are healed and continue to heal, so these things no longer affect you as they once did. Demonstrating love and peace, even in difficult times, is a true sign of spiritual strength. You go beyond conventional emotional reactions. In situations where many would succumb to anger or despair, you choose compassion and love. This confuses those around you who are used to a world where emotions are predictable. They expect you to react negatively, reflecting the difficulties you face, but your ability to remain calm and show joy is not a game or facade. It is the result of a heart that has been healed and continues to heal. You have overcome the emotional games that once trapped you. Many live in a state of grace that confuses those still trapped in old dynamics. It is in this lack of understanding that your true strength lies, the ability to be a shining light in a world that often chooses darkness. Your presence challenges established norms, as you do not just survive the storms but thrive in them, radiating an energy that is both peaceful and powerful. This is your true power, the ability to transform suffering into wisdom, pain into compassion, and confusion into clarity. To those around you, you have become an enigma, especially to those anchored in negative emotions as their only form of expression. They try to label your serenity as indifference or your joy as ignorance, unable to grasp that your light comes from a much deeper place, from a divine and spiritual understanding. Amidst the chaos, you remain a bastion of hope, a living testimony that it is possible to live beyond emotional cycles and reactivity. Your path is a constant reminder that true emotional and spiritual freedom is attainable. You are a beacon of transformation, guiding others to follow the same path of liberation and light. You have turned negativity into something positive, making your life an example of how pain can be transformed into purpose. They tried to diminish you, treating you like an outcast, trying to make you believe that you would never amount to anything or achieve anything significant in your life. They watched you from afar, unable to understand how you managed to succeed. They expected you to succumb to negativity and be consumed by destructive energy, but you chose to walk in the light. You have awakened and are in the process of healing, just like Jonah, who, after attempting to flee from his calling, found transformation within the belly of a great fish and emerged renewed to fulfill his destiny with courage. Heartaches, disappointments, and manipulations have left their marks on you, but despite this, you have learned the necessary lessons and surrendered to transformation. Now you follow a path guided by God, illuminating your understanding. Although this path may seem incomprehensible to others, it is not driven by human logic, but by the divine spirit. Every step you take is ordered and protected, shielded from any invasions that might have occurred in the past. Your energy is now immune to manipulation by others, making your journey of healing and surrender incredibly powerful and irrevocable. Once restored to your full strength, you find that nothing can shake your new foundation, and no one has the power to disrupt your peace or reorganize your life. The challenges you faced were like strong winds testing the solidity of a tree. Each adversity revealed deeper roots, and each pain strengthened your trunk, allowing you to reach new heights. You turned every obstacle into an opportunity for growth and self-improvement. In doing so, you not only survived but thrived, enriching your life and the lives of those around you with the sweetness of wisdom and the richness of spirit. When people tried to bring you down with negative words and actions, you chose a different response: resilience. Your ability to absorb the impact and still transform these experiences into something valuable is a testament to your divine power and purpose. You turned bitterness into sweetness, and instead of succumbing to darkness, you chose the path of light and healing. Walking in this light may be challenging and painful, but it is infinitely rewarding. Every step you take is an expression of faith, and every breath affirms your commitment to spiritual growth. Just like Job, who faced unimaginable challenges and pain but kept his faith intact, you allowed God to shape your character and restore your life, making it doubly blessed. Although pain and manipulation tried to wound your heart, you chose to open yourself even more to God, letting Him guide all your decisions. This spiritual path, invisible to many, offers impenetrable protection, keeping your inner peace safe from external storms, like a divine shield. This covenant with the divine protects your essence and resources, creating a mantle of invulnerability around you. Now you live in a continuous state of grace, where no external force can disturb your serenity. Strengthened in your faith, your healing journey, and under divine protection, you stand out as a beacon of hope and a living example of transformation. Just as clay becomes strong and useful under the intense heat of the kiln, each adversity you faced solidified your resolve and refined your wisdom. Others can no longer comprehend you, as you are no longer the person you once were. The one who once sought external approval has now rediscovered and reshaped their life in a way that challenges others' understanding. Many have placed challenges in your path, but not only did you survive, you thrived. Every obstacle became a learning opportunity, and every criticism propelled you towards self-improvement. There will come a day when you feel completely happy and satisfied with who you are and where you stand. Some have already reached that state, but the journey doesn't end here. Stay awake and engaged, for your transformation was not superficial, but a deep and thorough renewal that eliminated the need for external validation. Just as Paul turned imprisonment and persecution into opportunities to preach the gospel, you found purpose in adversity and led others toward salvation. Now, you live authentically, validated by your own light and truth, discovering a deeper purpose and an unwavering self-acceptance. The process of transformation continues, converting difficulties into growth opportunities and surprising those around you. Not everyone has the courage or ability to transform challenges into something new and valuable. Your strength and resilience are exceptional and hard for many to understand, but you follow this path with an elegance that inspires and motivates. This journey is not an end, but a continuous path of discovery and healing. Finding happiness and contentment with who you are and where you are is merely a significant milestone on your spiritual journey, not a point of complacency. This state should serve as a reminder to stay vigilant and committed to your personal development. Remain alert and aware, for the process of evolution is relentless. Each new revelation about yourself and each new layer of healing you achieve marks the beginning of a new phase in your spiritual journey. Staying awake means continuing to explore, learn, and expand your understanding of yourself and the universe. It keeps your light shining bright and prevents you from reverting to your old self, the one that was unhealed and sought external validation. Keep shining, for your path is a testament to transformation and hope. External pressures may persist, but your emotional detachment now signifies strength. When you began to limit your generosity and support, others felt it as a loss. They believed they could have all the benefits without considering your needs. The moment you reduced your presence, attention, and resources, they realized the extent of their loss. They saw that they were losing something valuable because you are unique in the way you engage with your family, perform your work, and love others exactly as they needed. Your decision to step back, respecting your desire not to be bothered or to maintain friendships only when they are genuine, has shown everyone the value of your being and the importance of your choices. They thought they could replace you and that your absence would go unnoticed, but as soon as you stepped back, they felt the impact deeply. Now they no longer understand you, and this discomfort stems from the changed dynamics between you. Even amidst adversity, you continue to present yourself with your divine essence, radiating beauty and light, transcending pain. This step toward emotional detachment was not a sign of weakness, but a powerful declaration of self-respect and self-esteem. By choosing to distance yourself, you have redefined the terms of your relationships, showing that your presence is not guaranteed but a privilege that must be earned and respected. How often have you felt misunderstood by those who cannot see beyond the conventional? In our journey, it is common to be misinterpreted, especially when we walk a path illuminated by a deeper truth. The attraction others feel toward your presence and what you offer remains strong, but now they realize that your availability is not infinite. Your generosity and care, once given freely when restricted, reveal to them a tangible emptiness. This sense of loss they experience is proof of the value you bring, not just through routine gestures, but through the emotional and spiritual depth you embody in every interaction. They may have thought replacing your presence would be easy, but the reality unfolded differently. The absence of your affectionate attention and energy revealed an unexpected gap, a space not easily filled. Now, faced with your detachment and emotional unavailability, they confront the harsh reality that they have lost more than they anticipated. The shift in dynamics is notable. You continue to shine, not weakened by adversity but strengthened by it. Your ability to transcend and continue radiating your divine essence is a testament to courage and strength. The light you emit is not diminished by distance or detachment. On the contrary, it may even shine more brightly now, reflecting the purity of a spirit free from others' expectations. Even in adversity, you have become a beacon of hope and a model of true vigor and beauty emerging from the severest trials. To those who do not understand the depth of your growth, you have become enigmatic, and this new reality profoundly confuses and impacts them. With each challenge we face, our resilience is tested but also strengthened. Every step you take, every barrier you overcome, every ray of light you bring to the shadows reaffirms our collective purpose and solidifies the strength of our community. Remember that you are not alone on this journey. This path is not just about endurance. It is about flourishing in the face of the unknown, the uncertain, and the painful. As we advance, we become not only beacons of hope for ourselves, but also for all those who observe, eager to learn how they too can emerge transformed and strengthened in this spiritual journey. Your divine connection might seem to be drifting apart, not by your choice, but due to the negative impact of others' attitudes that have destabilized the relationship. What once seemed like a sacred union now appears to be on hold or coming to an end, not because of your decision, but due to the surrounding negative energies. You, a naturally positive person who thrives on the energy of love and healing, have devoted yourself to helping others, often at your own expense. This is a divine lesson you have provided to those who were not yet ready to receive it. Now, what was ordained by God seems to be on pause because these people refused to harmonize their lives. They acted negatively, believing they could manipulate the situation, not realizing that you are a unique soul, uninterested in worldly games. They thought they could outplay you, but you are not even playing the same game. While they compete and face their own inner battles, you advance, grow, and heal. Now, they are beginning to realize what they have lost. Your light continues to shine, and your journey is a testament to the power of walking in harmony with the divine, even if it means leaving behind connections that once seemed indestructible. Your decision to distance yourself did not stem from a desire to break, but from the need to preserve your energy against the dissonant vibrations of negative attitudes around you. Even if the union was divinely ordained, it cannot thrive on ground tainted by negativity and chaos. You have been a beacon of light, healer, and benefactor, sacrificing your own needs for the well-being of others. However, God does not require you to lose yourself in trying to save others. There is a divine call for you to preserve yourself. Think of Moses, who led the people of Israel out of Egypt, but also needed moments of solitude on Mount Sinai to recharge his strength and receive divine guidance. This wisdom highlights the importance of stepping away from situations where your generosity and love are undervalued or exploited. The people around you, trapped in cycles of negativity, failed to recognize who you are. A special being whose mission transcends the earthly games of power and manipulation. Remember Joseph, who was sold into slavery by his brothers but maintained his integrity and faith, eventually rising to a position of power in Egypt and saving many during the famine. They tried to involve him in their destructive strategies, but you are playing a different game. While they struggle in the shadows, you dedicate yourself to light and growth. Now, as you distance yourself from this toxicity, they begin to understand the extent of the loss. It is not just the physical absence, it is the lack of your energy, your unconditional love, and your ability to transform environments and hearts. Look at the example of Jesus, who often withdrew from the crowds to pray and renew his spiritual strength. Some of you have discovered true brilliance, which does not necessarily imply material gains. When people look at you now, they see a glow, even if you do not see it clearly. There is something powerful about being in this phase of isolation, surrender, and change. Some of you may now be focused on your own activities, but when you emerge and interact, your light is undeniably visible, like John the Baptist, who lived in the desert but attracted crowds and prepared the way for the Lord. Remain steadfast in your faith and mission, knowing that God is by your side, guiding each step of the way. They caused an imbalance in your union, relationship, or friendship, and their negative behavior destabilized everything because you were trying to infuse positivity and light. Now, it seems like everything is coming to an end. Perhaps you are unsure if it is truly the end. Maybe there are still uncertainties. All you know is that you are surrendering to what God has allowed, and that is all you can do. Surrendering to the unknown and to what God has permitted can be a liberating experience. By stepping away from cycles of imbalance and negativity, you discover a new way of being that does not depend on external validation or expectations. This process of surrender is not a sign of defeat, but an act of profound faith, a recognition that greater forces are shaping your journey in ways you may not fully understand yet. The uncertainty of whether this is a conclusion or merely a transition is natural. What stands out is your ability to remain centered and illuminated during this period of transformation. Isolation and reflection have allowed you to cultivate a serenity and wisdom that are now evident to everyone who comes into contact with you. Your splendor is the result of spirituality and emotional growth, becoming a source of inspiration and curiosity for others, showing that it is possible to emerge from turbulent times stronger and more radiant. By embracing this new phase of your existence, you become a living example of how true growth is often disguised as loss and conclusion. Think of Job, who suffered great loss but maintained his faith and was blessed with an even more abundant new beginning. What others may interpret as closure, you may begin to see as the start of a new chapter, more aligned with your true essence and divine purpose. Thus, as you continue to surrender and trust in the path that God has prepared for you, you make way for new opportunities and for the continuation of your journey, which may be more rewarding and illuminated than anything you have experienced before. For a long time, people did not want you to be authentic, to know who you really are. Now that you are awakening and walking in that truth, they can no longer understand, interpret, or keep you trapped in stagnant energy. It is over. Keep moving forward with courage. Keep being yourself. Remember David, who, despite adversity, remained true to his essence and was greatly used by God. Continue walking with courage. Continue being yourself. Continue your journey of light and growth, knowing that you are protected and guided by divine love. Just like Paul, who, despite facing numerous adversities and persecutions, never deviated from his mission and purpose, finding strength and courage in his faith, your ability to remain steadfast and dedicated serves as a powerful testimony to everyone around you. In this moment of transformation, remember that true strength comes from within. It is in silence and stillness that you will find divine guidance for your next steps. Jesus often withdrew to pray and seek communion with God, strengthening his spirit for the great works that were to come. Likewise, your moments of solitude are essential for renewing your strength and clarity. God has always been and will always be by your side, guiding every step. When you surrender to the divine flow, you allow miracles to happen in your life. Trust the process, even when you do not fully understand the path ahead. Remember that every challenge is an opportunity for growth, and each step of faith is a step towards the purpose that God has for you. Continue shining your light, being a living example of divine love and grace. Your presence is a testament to the transformative power of faith. Just as light cannot be hidden, your spiritual brilliance is a force that illuminates the way for many. May your life continue to be a beacon of hope and inspiration, showing everyone that, with faith and perseverance, it is possible to emerge stronger and more radiant than before. Keep walking with bravery and courage. Thank you for being who you are. With all my love, your guardian angel.